Welcome on in, guys. It's Three Bold Takes. Freddie, Chase, and Quinn here. We are doing our over-unders for the Power Four conferences. Right now, we're on the Big Ten, man, and I got a lot of beef with this one. Oh, just mad. And I'll tell you right now, first off, Michigan at 9.5. Is that just right? No, it's very, very inaccurate, very stupid that you would do this. Jim Harbaugh is gone. You sent 18 guys to the combine and into the draft. 9.5, way too high. If you've seen and if you haven't seen them, go back and look at our schedule predictions for some teams that we've done. We did Michigan. You know exactly where I'm at on this statement. I cannot stand Michigan. They're not on the level of Big Ten championship caliber teams like Ohio State should be. And yes, you're going to get in the comment section. You're going to type to Chase. Chase, read this because Michigan, they just beat Ohio State the last 3 years. They just won a national championship. And I hear you. I do. But I just saw everything get wiped away very quickly for Michigan this offseason. And if you think that they can win 10 games, go watch our Big 12 episode where Quinn called me an idiot for thinking about Colorado winning 6 games because I'm going to call you an idiot for thinking Michigan can win 10. That's where I'm going to put you. Michigan is not going to win 10 games this year. That's my first beef right away.
Man, that's egregious. First off, to say that thinking Michigan could go 9-5, and that is less possible than Colorado getting to 7 or 8 wins. Anyway, I thought you were going to go this route, Chase, because the thing that I saw that immediately pissed me off when I saw this list was Rutgers at 6.5. I'm so hard on Rutgers. Like, I love Rutgers. I think they're going to be one of the sneakiest. The only thing that could throw a monkey wrench in that is it's Maryland instead of Rutgers. But really, I'm high on both. I think both at 6.5 is criminal. I think these teams have this reputation for not being that good, when in actuality, they're better than a lot of the teams that were on the Big Ten West. They were just having to play Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan every single year. And Michigan State when they weren't terrible. Right. So, like, they were just way out last in the Big Ten East, and now they don't have to worry about that. I think those are the two teams that are being criminally underrated in this whole thing, is the 6.5 on Rutgers and Maryland.
I like those points. I want to go specifically to this graphic here, and this could be a hot take. It could not be a hot take. Ohio State at 10.5 and it being too low is ridiculous. If this graphic is saying that they should be 11.5, then that means they're either going undefeated or losing one game. Or even if they have to go undefeated to beat the 11.5. Teams don't normally go undefeated in the regular season. I don't care how good you are. It hasn't happened very often, and when it does, that team normally steamrolls and wins the entire national championship. Now, if I know anything about Ryan Day and Ohio State, it's that they don't win huge football games when it comes to championships and playoff games, national championships, things like that. I think that's a perfect number. Like, I think it should be right there with Georgia. Alabama, I think, is at like 9.5. That's okay, right? Because of Saban's departure, you never know. But I think Ohio State should have the same as Georgia because those are the two best teams in college football to me heading into next year. And I don't see a world where Ohio State should have an 11.5 over under. I don't think I've ever seen that before, really, in college football. Now, also, Iowa at 7.5 is egregious to me. I would hammer the over if I'm in Iowa at 7.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're 9-10 wins every single year. And I don't see that changing.
Everyone likes to pretend Iowa's terrible because they can't score. And, they can't score, but guess what? You can't score on them. So, they can still beat you. They just are going to beat you 3-2 instead of 37-35. Honestly, now that you're pointing it out, I kind of have an issue with their entire too low. And I don't want to, super point at their graph. I think they got Maryland wrong. I think Rutgers is the team from the old Big Ten East. I agree with you. I don't think anyone should be higher than a 10.5 betting on the start of the year. And then if you guys have been watching us at all this summer, you know how I feel about it. I think if you bet the over on 7.5, you're losing your money to. I don't buy it. I won't buy it until they make it. So, that really, you look across the whole board on their little too low prediction. I kind of think they were picking at straws a little bit too much in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and Quinn, I totally agree with you about the Nebraska thing. I do think that they have that wrong. It should definitely be at 9.5 because they're walking in. I was thinking 9-0.
Oh, they're not.
They're walking in where?
And no, I was thinking to the shoe 9-0. UTEP, Colorado, Northern Iowa, Illinois, 4 wins. Purdue, Rutgers, Indiana, right before Ohio State. They may lose to Rutgers, and that's a tough one.
Are they beating Colorado, Chase? Because I know you're high on Colorado. I mean, this is kind of just,
it's tough.
It's issue here.
Tough. You asked me a great question there, and I'm going to ride with the Cornhuskers.
Why are you wearing Coach Prime's hat?
I think, as a Cornhusker through and through, never stepping foot on the campus or in the state of Nebraska, I think that they have the ultimate shot to be the best Big Ten teams of the year.
I don't blame you for never stepping foot in Nebraska. There's nothing there. But I'll get
we're not getting on the nuclear bomb site topic again with Nebraska.
Look, I'll go right back into it. There is nothing there. I do not blame these people for coming and watching a 4-win football team and selling out the stadium every year because there's nothing else there to do. But, I've already heard 3 losses before Ohio.
Genuinely, I'm scared to bet on Nebraska if they're at 8.5. 7.5, easy. Betting over. Come on.
That's not easy, bro.
They play USC later on. Lincoln Riley dusts that little boy off, sending back to California. That's a loss for him.
I wouldn't feel comfortable betting the over on Nebraska unless it was 5.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're a 6-win team. Maybe 7.
The disrespect for the Cornhuskers from this group needs to be studied. I am deeply upset that you guys feel this way. And when you guys eat those words, you'll be eating it on a corn cob.
That's pretty good. Look, all I'm going to say is you told me I was going to eat my words about Florida last year, and I did not. I was dancing on their graves in December, and I will be doing the same thing to Nebraska this December, but we'll see when the time comes. And firing Matt Rule.
Not at all. You guys will have to let us know back in the middle of the season if Quinn's right or wrong. So make sure to stay tuned with us. We're doing some schedule predictions, some over and unders. We're doing all the things in the offseason. So make sure to stay tuned to 3 Bold Takes for Freddie, Chase, and Quinn. We're so thankful that you watch, like, comment, and share to all your friends, even your grandmother. Thank you, guys.